The Walt Disney Company and their parks are appearing to go back into the woke era with modern messaging, and they don't seem to be hesitating to say this is what's going down. So we can't just frown at Dana Walden. Now we got to wonder what's going on with Josh tomorrow. That Park Place reporting on this from WDW Pro. Hey, wait a minute, that's me. Disney prepares to bring the modern message for two classic attractions, Spaceship Earth and Carousel of Progress. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to show you some crazy, crazy stuff. But here is the image of the Carousel of Progress. I don't know if you all have seen this. We'll zoom in on it right here. This is what they're going to change on the Carousel of Progress in one scene, but I suspect there's going to be more than one scene where the mom is in the center and John is on a turntable to be spun around and out of the scene entirely. But that's not even the strangest thing about this, although I will say the mom with the ascot, that's a lot. Hello, mom with an ascot. Her name is Sarah, by the way. Sarah with an ascot. Talking to John, who'll be spun around. He's not telling us about, technology anymore. I'm telling you. I think she's going to be also the star of another scene, and that's whatever, right? Whatever. But look over here. Have you all seen this? Who is this? Uncle Orville has changed. We've got a dude who looks like he is Mr. Sanchez or from India, one or the other. And I'll do the Jerry Seinfeld thing again. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But you can see he's in a mauve bathtub in their household with the Wall Street Journal, but his hands are not holding it, which begs the question, is this AI? And I think it is. So we've got a dude of darker skin with a mustache wearing a pink towel on his head in a bubble bath with a mauve bathroom and the Wall Street Journal doing it through telepathy. He's got telekinesis powers, folks. Telekinesis. That's what I should say. That's the correct thing. What in the world? What in the world? Well, okay. How about let's just keep going on this, okay? Because we've got our new actors who are going to be playing the roles on Carousel of Progress. Here they are. Folks, let me introduce father and mother, Bryan Cranston, and, well, you'll see.
Hi, I'm Bryan Cranston.
Hi, everybody. It's Jamie Lee Curtis.
I am playing the role of father in Carousel of Progress.
I get to voice the mother in the new Carousel of Progress.
When this came across my desk, I thought, oh, I have to do this. It's a legacy for me. The Carousel of Progress came into my life when I was 8 at the New York World's Fair. And the Carousel of Progress, we thought this was amazing, that we're actually seeing this before our eyes.
The Carousel of Progress was my favorite thing at Disneyland. There's a nostalgia to it. There's a sense of wonder about the future. I'm interested in technology. I'm interested in progress. I'm very excited that I get to do this. Very proud.
A real gift for me to be able to know that my voice will be on this ride for millions of people to watch and enjoy.
All right, so Bryan Cranston, I think, is a pretty good cast. Not sure, though, about Jamie Lee. I think she may sound a little bit older than mother should. Panel, let me go to you on this, and then we've got one heck of a thing to show that is lighting up the WDW Pro channel. It might get us in trouble. I don't know. We'll talk about this in a minute. The Enchanted panel with the giant person on the right side. We'll talk about that in a minute. But before we do, Erika, let me go to you. Your thoughts on Carousel of Progress being changed to the modern message.
Nope, that'll be a one and done for our family.
I'm surprised you're going to give it a 1.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I just YouTube it.
Curiosity killed the cat, right?
Right. But don't let it kill you, Erika.
I don't know. This is one of my favorite. Okay, you know how it hits Ron with Rivers of America? This hits me like that.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
No, listen, there's a tomorrow with this. It's a bunch of garbage is what it is. And Disney clearly not considering Walt anything of his vision. They're twisting his vision and
but they're going to turn him into a robot. Erika, they're going to make Walt into a robot who endorses it. Even if the real Walt wouldn't endorse this, they're going to have a robot that endorses it before it begins.
I just don't understand what is wrong with going through time on the technological advances that we've had from all the other eras. What was wrong with what we had already?
Well, you know, a little sprucing up would have done wonders, I think. You know, a little sprucing up.
A little bit, but this is like, let's just gut the whole thing. And then while we're at it, let's add some feministic, woke messaging into it too.
Ron, who's in the bathtub? Who is that, Ron?
Mexican Iron Man.
Oh my!
I'm looking at. So I guess it's Mike. But can I?
That would solve everything if it's Mexican Iron Man. I will say that it doesn't matter anymore if the family is one ethnicity and there's a person with a different ethnicity in the bathtub using magical powers to read the Wall Street Journal. If it's Mexican Iron Man, it's like, well, duh. God.
I will say one positive thing. Can you put up the picture of the concept art? Not that one, but the concept art for scene 2 again.
Working on it. Here we go.
All right. So I'm going to say one positive thing. My favorite Disney character of all time is actually in this concept art.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Whoa. Don't tell us. Let me see if we can figure this out.
I think
on the left side, I've got that guy. That's Mexican Iron Man's probably going to be his favorite. We've got Witch Hazel.
Yep, that's it.
Witch Hazel. Okay, so Witch Hazel is your favorite.
I love Witch Hazel. Anyway, from Trick or Treat for Halloween with Donald Duck, 1950. What was that? 5? I don't know. Anyway, 55. A long time ago. So yeah. Other than that, are they renaming it? Is it going to be called the Carousel of Progressives? Well,
that's why they changed it. They were like, "Hey, we've already got part of the name in here that we need to use."
It's really interesting that Disney does use the same actors. Bryan Cranston, of course, Disney actor. He's been in some like Disney Channel stuff and kids stuff. I actually saw him when I was working at Yak and Yeti. He came in to eat there. I was not his server, but I did see him in the restaurant. And now Jamie Lee Curtis has been out to Disneyland to promote the Halloween horrible, not that great Haunted Mansion movie that she was in. Anyhow, so who they use because they got to get the people from California. It's not a surprise. None of this to me with what they're doing with the Carousel of Progress. None of it's a surprise. This is all very Burbank, very. The creatives from Bob Iger era that he hired. And I think that Josh Tomorrow's on board with all of this. And I believe that Disney believes that they are capturing a newer and younger audience by doing this. I don't think that's going to end up being the case. I don't think that what they want is what they're going to get. I don't think they're going to get a lot more newer people coming in. When you do that with a classic attraction like this, it's just like the Cars thing. I know we'll talk about that later.
They don't care, Ron. They destroyed Splash Mountain, their most popular ride, replaced it with Tiana's that's busted all the time.
Yeah.
They don't care.
That's what, it's so hard to believe that the people working on this actually don't care. I think they're just not thinking. I really think that they live in such a bubble that they don't get the reality for 99% of the population. Maybe I'm wrong.
They just assume everybody thinks like them and reasons like them, and this is just what everybody wants. And it's like, no, this is what you want, and you're an idiot because all you have to do is go online and read the comments under everything Disney and get a sense of what your audience wants.
Right.
They can't even claim ignorance.
The other thing about this is, Cranston, I think, can do the voice, sound like John. Jamie Lee Curtis is a completely different casting from, John, what are you doing? I'm in my rumpus room. That's the voice of the Sarah, character. And Jamie Lee Curtis is going to do a completely different thing. So
I can tell you who I think I would have cast. And Disney's, I'd have cast Brie Larson.
That would have been fun. I might have cast Amy Adams. I might have cast Amy Adams.
Would be good. Yeah, she'd be good too.
Which, by the way, folks, we will be talking about this in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. We will talk. That's Amy Adams, second to the right. That is definitely not Amy Adams on the far right. But before we talk about the far right, or in this case, the far left, the new chapter, next chapter begins. Imagineering is saying Spaceship Earth is going to be switched from communication to human connection.
Oh, Jesus.
Human connection is going to be the theme of Spaceship Earth. I don't want to diss it before I ride it, but I think this ride will be down for a very, very long time if they get rid of all the past scenes. The access for Spaceship Earth involves using a single utility elevator to make changes to it. So doing any kind of changes to Spaceship Earth of significance is a very arduous process. So, Eric, I went to you first last time. Let me go to Ron first on this one. Ron, your thoughts on Spaceship Earth having its complete theme since 1982 switched from the history of communication and, humans to human connection, which will be like, how do we get along with one another? How do we respect each other?
I think, to me, this feels like kind of what they were planning on doing and then just never did, right, for the original change.
Back in the woke era.
I don't think they're going to change the scenes that much. I think they're going to reframe the scenes with new dialogue from a new narrator. And
that would be better. I mean, it'd still be bad, but it'd be better.
Like, I think they'll have most of those scenes be about, this is the way they connected back then. This is the way they connected, right? Rather than use communication. Now, as they get towards I have a feeling, probably because of what they're doing with Carousel of Progress, they're probably going to take the scene out from the moon landing. And from that point on could be when they really start to switch things up as far as scenes are concerned, because it's from that point on. Boy, I don't want them to take out the computer lab scene though, because that's so iconic.
What do you think they're going to do the descent, Ron? Like, are we actually going to have a themed descent now, or is that still going to be just scrims covering up everything?
We better have a better descent. They used to have animatronics in the descent, didn't they? Like a long time ago.
At least models, yeah, which are now just covered up. They're still there. They're just covered up.
And so it's really funny because some of the things in that, like, future thing that you put together, some of them are like almost in the past. Some of them haven't come to pass. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit wacky, a little bit Jetsons, obviously, but I mean, it's fun. People still do it. People still like it. I just hope that this whole connection thing from communication thing, some of it I think is messaging. I think that this will be, my opinion, I could be wrong, I think it'll be a little bit more subtle than the changes to Carousel of Progress, kind of because of budget.
That's what I was going to say. This is, not only is it time-wise, Erika, it's stupid expensive to change Spaceship Earth because of how difficult it is to move stuff out, put stuff in. It's really time-consuming and expensive. So that might be what saves the attraction. What do you think?
Yeah, they don't really have a whole lot of money left with everything else they have going on with Villains Land, Piston Peak, Carousel Progress, all of that. I am curious though, because to change the scenes out, if they really, really wanted to, they could. They would just have to disassemble everything piece by piece and build on site from scratch. But
it makes me worried, Erika. It makes me worried when they say some of the marketing has said, "Thank the Phoenicians one last time." That's made me worried.
There's T-shirts on that. That's like the best part of the ride.
Mm-hmm.
We always listen out for that because it's funny, and we touched on that in homeschooling. So it was kind of fun to go on the ride during homeschooling, and my son look at me and say, "Hey, we talked about that in our history." But anyway, I'm going to go with the safe side. I think, there'll be changes. I agree with Ron. I think they'll change the narrator and the narration and the story. I think a lot of the scenes will stay in place. I hope the historical ones stay. I really love the Sistine Chapel one, the going through the Library of Alexandria. I really like those scenes because they're iconic and they're so historical,
I hope they get Morgan Freeman to narrate it.
That would be cool. Actually, I'd be all right with that.
I was thinking about that. Morgan Freeman would be great. It would be interesting. Jeff Goldblum as a narrator.
Jeff Goldblum, Denzel Washington.
Oh wow, great, man.
Yeah.
Any of those guys with a good, deep storytelling voice. Yeah, I could see it.
Denzel doing. All right. Thank the Phoenicians.
They might go male and female voices like they did for the People Mover. They got it. Yeah. All right, let's talk about this. D23 ultra woke.
And here's why. Enchanted, the sing-along, 20th anniversary kids are being brought into this to sing the songs and all that kind of stuff. The people on the stage are not short people, but one person is exceedingly tall in the wig and the dress and the sparkles and all that. All right, here's just a brief little snippet. There you go. There's enough of it. Okay. We'll skip ahead and you can see, just Shaquille O'Neal in a wig. Yo, Shaq really love dressing a blonde wig. Get up there and dance with Amy Adams. Shaq gonna do that. Okay. Shaq love doing that. That's how bizarre. Just how's that? How bizarre.
It's strange to cover stories like this because Disney's supposed to be about happiness, and this is just kind of a drag. It's
oh God, Ron, you figured out how to do it. You figured out how to do it. I think the message was clear at D23. Disney's going back to woke. They want you to know that. They're not going to put it directly into kids' movies because then you don't go see it, and that screws them over. But park stuff and stage stuff, they've not had enough, and they're ready to rock and roll. Josh tomorrow was very clear. They're going to fight for The View and Rosie O'Donnell and proving that that's actual news program, and therefore the FCC can't control them. So I think Disney's going full force into woke. I think that's what we're doing in the hopes that Josh tomorrow might be able to moderate against Dana Walden and Wall Street might be able to put the brakes on what Disney had been up to. Reinvigorated is what I would say. Reinvigorated. Do you agree, disagree, panel?
Oh, I think they're going back. I don't know that they ever really stopped, but I think that the heads, the powers that be, think there's going to be another shift in the winds, if you will, and they're trying to get ahead of it.
And they're ready to quadruple down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From
there's going to be
where they
part
were.
2 of woke. There'll be a second chapter.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.